According to American Psychiatric Association, depression is a common and serious medical illness that negatively affects how you feel. And according to World Health Organization, around 300 million people around the world face depression, and most of them are working adults. These numbers keep rising every day and is leading to suicide and self-harm. If this situation prolongs, depressed employees would not be able to perform well in their job, and in a long term, living of citizens will be endangered since working adults are the backbone of the industry. So, what are the actual impact of depression and stress on job performance? This question will be answered in detail for this documentary.
First of all, the effect of stress and depression towards job performance is job loss. Despite stress and depression sounding like a very normal thing to a working adult, in reality, it is actually a very dreadful thing to happen and can cause many upsets. For instance, once a working adult can't cope with the stress he or she is facing at work, their performance at work will clearly be affected. And once they do not perform at work, there is a high possibility of them losing their job. Losing a job is one of life's most stressful experiences. It involves a lot of change, which includes rocking your sense of purpose and also your self-esteem. Beyond the loss of income, losing a job also comes with other major losses which may be even more difficult to face, which include professional identity, self-esteem, self-confidence, a daily routine, purposeful activity, a work-based social network, and also your sense of security. Once an adult undergoes such losses, only then we tend to understand that stress, mental health, and depression are very important matters that need to be looked into more carefully.
Secondly, stress and depression can lead to premature retirement. Many people who are thinking to retire earlier are doing so because they can no longer cope up with the stress of the corporate world. These are the people who are only in their mid-50s who want to retire earlier as soon as possible. It is very common for people to get unexpected health problems and face physical limitation which cause them to retire earlier. Sometimes they have to undergo medication and physical treatment which forces them to retire earlier. Although they are getting pension, but they are still losing many benefits like years of working experience, promotions, and so on.
Depressed employees are vulnerable to adverse work outcomes where they exhibit on-the-job functional limitations compared to non-depressed co-workers. Psychologically, demanding work is hectic and it involves features such as heavy workload, intense concentration, and exposure to conflict demands. When workers face depression, they cannot give up full focus on work and have critical thinking to solve problems. They will be criticized for low performance and they will face more depression.
Furthermore, absence compared to non-depressed workers is one of the effects of stress, anxiety, and depression on job performance. Mentally disordered people are the main contributors in the increasing absence rate on employees. So, in previous studies, the prevalence of depression was 11% in Korea, which was about age 19 and above in 2009. Depression imposes a substantial economic burden in Korean society, which was about $4 million in 2005. So, for example, if the worker is depressed or in stress, he or she will lose a lot of time doing the work compared to non-depressed workers where they will do their work on time and finish it. So, non-depressed workers are more active mentally and physically compared to depressed workers. Normally, these depressive symptoms was measured using the Korean version of Center of Epidemiologic Studies Depression Scale, which is known as CEST. If your CEST scale is more than 60, that means you have depressive symptoms. Thus, stress should be overcome in order to have a healthy lifestyle.
In a conclusion, everyone faces anxiety and stress. Chronic anxiety and stress can cause disrupt in your job performance. It can disturb your concentration and always gives you the feeling of impending doom within. The physical symptoms of anxiety are heart palpitation, chest pains, and headache's. When an individual faces panic attack, he has difficulty in breathing. Anxiety also causes insomnia. Depression, on the other hand, is a long-term consequences on your job performance. It always gives you the thoughts of death and suicide. And also people tend to do self-injury when they can't control others. They display reckless behavior and have relationship problems with people around them. So what do we do about this? First of all, we need to keep our mind and body healthy. For the mind, we need to accept the fact that we can't control everything. We need to just do our best and maintain a positive attitude. For the body, we need to limit our caffeine and alcohol intake, which actually aggravate anxiety. We need to get good enough sleep and also have a balanced diet in order to overcome depression. Antidepressants helps as well to overcome depression. Psychotherapy is also one of the best methods to solve depression. So are we actually going to take this issue light? Think about it.